So, Peter, how do you see the GSI opportunity unfolding over the next year?
It's a really interesting time because the top 20 GSIs last year accounted for 51.9% of all revenues flowing through SIs, according to the IT opportunity data that we run here at Canalys. It's actually a decrease in market share. So for the first time, they've dipped below 9% of the total market share. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Obviously, agentic AI, huge pressure on these services, but also customers have become a bit more stingy. They're looking to save a dollar wherever possible. I think one of the key areas in which they're looking to do that is their IT spend. And I think that's why I want to pass back to you. Federal opportunity there. It's a really interesting shifting time as well. Talk to me about what's happening in the US federal market.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are seeing those top GSIs lose market share across the board right now to those mid-sized SIs. A lot of that is due to the Doge cuts, but a lot of that is also due to AI. Those mid-sized SIs in the federal space are better positioned to take advantage of the AI opportunity because they have that deep industry expertise, which the top GSIs as more generalist players, have a hand in many different industries, of which the federal market is just one. Are you seeing those mid-sized SIs outcompete GSIs in areas of the private sector as well?
I would say so, because the fundamental issues are the same, which is that kind of deep expertise, that industry knowledge, but also I think agility. And you're starting to see a shift here. Just last couple of weeks, Accenture announced a complete changing of the way that they go to market through the announcement of their reinvention services division, which is basically taking everything that they do and putting it under one roof: the strategy, the consulting, the managed services, the implementation services. And it speaks to a larger demand at that larger level, whether it be those kind of large federal government agencies or large enterprises, which is they need a handhold from beginning to end. It's less now about just IT transformation and much more about that business transformation that is digitally enabled, which is what is driving a lot of the growth, but also a lot of the pressure in the market. I just wonder, when you look at the federal opportunity, what is it driving that success? What do firms need to do to win in that federal market?
Yeah, well, the top GSIs are turning towards acquisition to survive right now. But just as in the private sector, with the rise of AI, A requires, deep understanding of your specific vertical. And that's especially important in the government space, particularly defense, where there's very high sensitivity and lots of requirements for partners and vendors to navigate. And these top GSIs are acquiring a lot of these mid-sized partners that have built out that in-depth expertise in one, maybe two verticals, and that's helping them stay competitive in the market. How are you seeing AI impact the GSI space in the private sector?
I think there's a lot of pressure to deliver now, and for SIs, for GSIs, what they need to be able to do is deliver that business value, which is why this is going more slowly than one might expect, just because you've got very cautious stakeholders who do not want to be the ones to make the first massive mistake. And so they're all being very cautious, needing that kind of iterative proof of value. And you're also seeing a shift in the way that these firms are beginning to put their cards on the table. It's no longer just a time and materials model. We are actually now seeing, and we've seen this a few times before, but it very much feels real now, this sense of value-based pricing, which can be beneficial for these firms in the long run, but is also increased risk. But if you want to learn more about all of these things, please do get in touch.